Hello Buddy Fighters and welcome to This Week in Buddy Fight. Now this week is gonna be slightly different due to the COVID-19 situation, but let's get on with today's show. First up, we have the announcements for this week. It's been a slow week, but S-UB05 cards are being revealed day by day for the card of the day. And also we have card reviews for SSP02 Glory variant on the Japanese Buddy Lab video. So do check out the translated slides in English on our official site. Apologies for those who have been looking forward to the field report every week, but since this period is promoting social distancing, we will be shelving the field report for the time being. In the meantime, let's take a look at the Buddy Fight team's picks. This week, we will be looking at each team member's favorite Dragon Shield. To narrow it down, the card must have Dragon Shield in its card name. Cards with similar abilities but minus the Dragon Shield in its card name will not be considered for today's show. Now on with my favorite Dragon Shield card. Well, it's Black Dragon Shield. It was really useful back when I was running a Darkness Dragon World deck, mainly Azita Haka. Its ability is basic enough and comes in really handy in tight situations. Basically, the damage you take is reduced to 0 and you gain 1 life. There are also a few variant illustrations for this card, so do check them out on the official card list.
My favorite Legend Dragon Shield is Retainer Shield, as I use it a lot in my perfect Legend Dragon deck. Aside from notifying an attack with merely 1 life, its additional effect guarantees that I can utilize it multiple times during the same attack phase. The requirement to drop a hand card might seem expensive, but it works extremely well with some Legend World cards, such as All-Knowing Widow.
For me, my favorite Dragon Shield is actually Combat Deity Dragon Shield base, as I like its multifunctional style where you can stand Deity Dragon Tribe cards or protect yourself by reducing your next incoming damage. Although only Gargantua Night Dragon can use it effectively, now with the Ultimate Gaga deck, you can have Gargantua Night Dragon out on the field first to make use of this card, and then call Ultimate Gaga afterwards for the finish.
And now, on with the buddy pointers for today. Today, we will be taking a look at the Irregulars list. Now, what is the Irregulars list? For those who do take part in tournaments, they will know that it is a list comprising of irregular cards. Cards that sometimes you are limited to only one or a certain amount of cards in your deck. Now, fighters who wish to take part in tournaments must take note of this. To elaborate further, there are actually two types of cards on the Irregulars list. One type is off-limits, which means that none of these cards can be included in any decks, even if they belong to that specific flag. Then there's the number X limit, which means that you can only have a number of these cards in the deck itself. Like for example, if the X limit, the number limit is 1, you can only have 1. If the X limit, number limit is 2, you can only have 2 of these cards in your deck. Since there are now many players taking part in the Bushiroad remote fight, we thought it would be a good time to bring up these points for Irregulars list. So do remember to build your deck according to the Irregulars list when taking part in Bushiroad remote fight. Details can be found on our detailed rulings as well as the Bushiroad remote fight channel. Yeah, that's on Discord, do check it out! And that's all we have for you this week in Buddy Fight. Remember to join us next week for another new episode. In the meantime, Buddy Fighters, do remember to keep safe, wash your hands and practice good social distancing. See you next time!